Afternoon, everybody. I know it's a little bit later than we're normally on, but we didn't actually have any encounters for Flash. So we were just getting some stuff ready, and he came down and was like, hey, I'm ready to eat. So if you're just now joining us, this is Flash. We're live here at Coe Riverside Farm. We actually have 4 sloths, and we're going to be feeding one of the baby sloths here in just a little bit. And that's actually Chloe. She's making a little bit of sound. She's like, oof, oof, I want to eat. So, if you're just now joining us, this is Flash. He's a 2-fingered or 2-toed Linnaeus sloth. He's about 7.5 years old, and you can come here and do this at Coe Riverside Farm. And you can actually hold a sloth here at Coe Riverside Farm. Right, Flash? Flash is like, yeah, come on. So some of the other really cool animals that we have here are Scottish Highland cows. We have a baby zebra. We have camels that you can bottle feed. We have baby kangaroos that you can bottle feed. And get this, you can actually even stay in the sloth suite. So what that means is that you can stay upstairs and have a sloth for a roommate. For real. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna grab Chloe. I'll be right back. So this is baby Chloe. She's our smallest sloth. She's only about 4 months old, and I think she's about the cutest thing ever. Don't let Flash know. Flash, you're still pretty cute also. So we have 4 sloths. Chloe's our youngest. Flash is our oldest. Our middle children are Dash and Zoe. So I'm gonna let Flash go ahead and have a little bit more snacks while I hold on to Chloe here. Did you know that sloths only use the bathroom every 7 to 10 days? And when they do, they come down out of the tree and they go in the same spot the same time. And then the sloth moth crawls up onto them and lives in their fur. So, because of the sloth moth living in their fur, that's how they're able to get the bacteria to digest their food. There you go, Flash. I'm gonna get Chloe a little bit more rice mixture here. So when they're babies, we feed them a little bit different mix, and then as they get into adults and really start being able to chomp down on their food, they move into a little bit more squash, zucchini, and Flash is like, yo, I'll take some rice. I mean, Flash, everybody loves rice, we know. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we're live here at Coe Riverside Farm. You're looking at Flash hanging down. I'm holding Chloe, and you can come here and do this. You can feed Flash, you can hold Chloe, and if you're staying upstairs, you're in the sloth suite, which means that you have Flash for a roommate just upstairs. So pretty amazing. Did you know that sloths have monorod chromacy? So what that means is they basically see in black and white, or kind of like a bad 80s night vision. Hear Flash's little chomps. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I love hearing them. Flash is like, forget listening to my chomps, just keep feeding me. So where's everybody watching from today? We're here in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. And we have over 150 animals, including 4 sloths. This is Chloe, that's Flash, and then we have 2 more sloths. The other 2 sloths are Zoe and Dash. Flash, you are looking real chill hanging out right there, bud. I'm gonna see if I can turn this so you guys can see a little bit different angle of them. It's always a challenge to try to move this. by myself, right, Flash? I mean, if Flash was an octopus, I feel like he could help a little bit more, but he still does a pretty good job. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, this is Flash. He's a two-toed or two-fingered Linnaeus sloth. This is Chloe. She's a baby. You can come to Coe Riverside Farm and hang out with not just these animals, but we have another 150 animals here at Coe Riverside Farm. Flash has a really good appetite this morning. It is a sloth. That is right. So this is an adult male sloth. His name is Flash. This is Chloe. And you can come here and hang out with all of these awesome animals. Flash is like, stop slowing down on the snacks. So, sloths eat about 10% of their body weight every single day. So, with them sleeping 15 to 20 hours a day, they're perpetual snackers, I'll just say that. Right, Flash? Flash is like, don't hate on my snacking abilities. Where's everybody watching from this afternoon? I think we had Austria and Australia at the same time on Monday. That was a little bit of a tongue twister. Or, what questions do you have about sloths? We're not doing an encounter right now, so if you have a question about any of the animals or any of the encounters, we can answer it. Or if you just want me to be quiet and stare at these sloths, I can do that too. Feeding Flash a little bit of sweet potato, squash, zucchini, and some green bean. We are doing the new sloth here in the room. That is right. And a lot of people see this room that we do the encounters in and they think that that's where the sloths stay. They don't. This is Flash's area here behind him. And he has a 2-story enclosure that goes all the way up to the sloth suite. So if you're staying in the sloth suite, you get a sloth for a roommate. And he has an outdoor area. And then Zoe's area is right here. And then that goes outside also. It is kind of crazy that he could eat upside down. We could do that too. It's from the process called periostalis, just through your throat constricting. What he does have that's pretty cool is his esophagus goes down and around his stomach, and it has a check valve. That way the contents don't come back up. Another really cool thing about sloths is they actually have 46 ribs, 2 sets of 23. And what's really cool about that is all their internal organs are attached to the ribs and to each other with a connective tissue. So that connective tissue kind of gives him built-in suspension for his guts. And the reason that's important is they fall to the tree probably once a week in the wild. But here's the thing, when they fall to the tree, they're not going to get hurt like maybe, let's say, that jaguar might be. And that reason that is because of all their guts are attached with the connective tissue to the ribs. So God made them in such a way that they are built to take that impact. Also, a lot of people wonder if sloths ever hibernate. Sloths, to our knowledge, do not ever hibernate. They don't even enter a form of torpor, but what they can do is they can slow their caloric consumption all the way down to only 300 calories per day. So, pretty epic. I think sometimes we might wish if we could up our caloric intake. Another thing pretty awesome about sloths is they are great swimmers. So a lot of people are like, what? How is a sloth a great swimmer? So because of that gas in their stomach, and they're nice and slow and methodical, they're pretty good at cruising along the water. How long could they be upside down? Pretty much forever. They can hang like that. So big difference between them and us. This is their relaxed state, not that. So for him to hang on, it doesn't actually take that much energy for him. Flash, you have put a hurtin' on that food. Let's see if Chloe wants a little bite. Chloe, you want a little bite? It's right there. Oh, Chloe's like, you give me some of that. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, this is Flash. That's Chloe and I'm Kevin. We're here hanging out with these awesome little sloths. Aren't they cute? So this is Flash, this is Chloe, and I'm Kevin. And you can come here to Coe Riverside Farm and do this exact thing. Well, maybe not exactly, but you can hold a sloth and feed Flash. It's kind of rare that we have them both out at the same time. I think Flash was like, yo, I'm not into smelling that hair. You want to feed me or not? I gotta tilt it up. He's a little like, hey, why'd you stop with the good stuff? What state are we in? We are in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. And get this, guys, we have covered wagons right on the banks of the Coe River. And they're really cool. They have heating, air, coffee maker, all that good stuff. So you're not gonna, freeze or do without the modern comforts down there. If you're just now joining us, this is Flash up above us, and we are feeding him some cucumbers, some zucchini, some squash, and I am holding Chloe. We have 4 two-toed sloths here at a Coe Riverside Farm. Is that it, Flash? Are you done, bro? You didn't want that. So sometimes he'll be like, nope, I want the sweet potato. Yep. I chopped up a fresh sweet potato and he was all about it. And it must smell really good because as soon as it's even around Chloe, she's like, hey, I can smell that good stuff. All right, Flash, I'm gonna get you another good one. Well, Flash is smelling the rice now, and he's getting all kinds of excited. That's why he is, you can have a little bit, bud. Everybody's getting into it. They're like, all right, just a little taste for you. This is Chloe's. I know, Flash. He's like, hey, he wants more of the rice. But most of that is for Chloe. I know, it's for Chloe. Chloe's the baby. It's because this is already all shredded up for her. So, Flash gets to chew his up. Trying to make it so you guys can see. If you're just now joining us, this is Chloe, that's Flash. We're hanging out here at Coe Riverside Farm, and you can come do this exact same thing. We have over 150 animals, including sloths, kangaroos, llamas, and alpacas. So if you want to come create pretty much best memories ever, come visit us. You can go to our website at coeriversidefarm.com and you can book your encounter right there. Let's see, it's your dream to do that? It'd be awesome. How much is it? I think for the encounter with Flash, it's like 70 or 80. That's called Sloth encounter, and then you can upgrade it with cuddles or snuggles. I think that's called the VIP. And then another encounter that we do is called the Sloth Keeper. So if you're just bananas for sloths and you want to spend the all day with them, sign up for the Sloth Keeper, and you're with all the sloths doing everything that we do. I mean, everything. So if they use the bathroom, we gotta take care of it. We gotta weigh it. We gotta figure out the medicine. We have to prep their food for the next day. We have to learn if there's been any recent announcements about sloths, just in the scientific community. So cool. Well, hey Kim, thank you for watching. Flash has been watching too. Flash has got a little, Flash, what you doing up there, bro? You want just a little bit more? You can have just a little bit. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we're live here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. This is Flash up above me, and Chloe is right here. And we are having a little bit of snacks this morning. So if you've ever wanted to come hang out with a bunch of awesome animals and some really cool people, come out to Ocoee Riverside Farm. We have covered wagons right along the banks of the beautiful Ocoee River. Fall is here and the leaves are looking gorgeous. Sometimes that fog's rolling in the mornings or in the evenings, and I just think it's beautiful. What you think, Chloe? Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, this is Chloe, that's Flash, and I'm Kevin. Where's everybody watching from today? We had some, I think, Illinois, Indiana earlier today, Australia and Austria on Monday. Chloe is the cutest. How many acres are here? We are on 30 acres in Benton, Tennessee, Ohio, upstate New York. So the Oswegatchie, the Grass River, and the Black River in New York are beautiful. And I think upstate New York kind of reminds me of Tennessee. California, how's it going, Cali? Hope you're having a great day out there. Poconos, beautiful mountains over there. Denver, Colorado. Well, if you ever go to A Basin, please give it a hug for me because I think it's the best snowboarding. UK, across the pond. Let's see, what time would it be in UK? Around 10 o'clock, I think. Alabama. Some good rock climbing over there. You got Sand Rock, some cool waterfalls, DeSoto. It does want food. It always wants food. I barely survive every day. No, I'm just kidding. They're always looking for a little snack. Flash, do you want another little snack, buddy? It's 4:14. Oh wow, I wasn't even close. I was way off. That's crazy. How many animals do we have? We have over 150 animals, including sloths, kangaroos, and get this, we have kangaroos that you can bottle feed, for real. We have baby camels. We have a white one named Prince Ali. He's the cutest thing ever. And then we have a Bactrian camel named Humphrey. He's pretty cute and he's hilarious. I think his face kind of looks like Sid the Sloth. You would love to do that? Well, come on, it's really cool. The baby kangaroos, we have one named Phoebe and Rachel, just like in Friends. Named her Phoebe because she runs kind of funny, just like Phoebe and Friends. Not hating on that running, but it's just funny. So Flash is giving us the up and down. He's kind of checking on stuff. He's like, do I get another snack? What are we doing? Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we're live here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. This is Flash up above me. He's about a 7-year-old two-toed or two-fingered Linnaeus sloth. And this is Chloe right here. And we're hanging out at Ocoee Riverside Farm. And you can come do this. You're from somewhere really cool. Glad you're watching. I can't really say all that because I don't know how to say it, but glad you're watching. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining in, we're live here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. Well, you're a pushover for sloths. Oh no, well don't fall because we have four sloths. So I got one in my arms here. This is Chloe. This is Flash up above me. And then our middle children is Zoe and Dash. Are their fingernails sharp? Yeah, their claws are pretty sharp, but they're really slow and gentle. And the reason we leave the live bark on the trees is that way they can kind of wear them down and work their way through it. What are they eating? They're eating a little bit of ground up squash, zucchini, sweet potato, and a little bit of rice. If you ever make it to Tennessee, you gotta come visit. I'm holding you to it. It's a promise. You promised. Do they ever fight with each other? No, not really. The females are kind of curious, and we've noticed that it's really only the females that are making any sounds, and part of that might be the reason that in the wild, how they signal to mate is they make a loud C or D sharp sound, and it is kind of funny because the only ones that make any noise is Chloe and Zoe. You can come visit. We are in Benton, Tennessee at Ocoee Riverside Farm. We're halfway in between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We're on the banks of the beautiful Ocoee River. It's a 30-acre farm. We have over 150 animals, and get this, there's covered wagons right on the banks of the Ocoee River. So you can look right out and you can see the Ocoee River, or you unzip the back of it and then you can see the zebras, the camels, the kangaroos, the llamas, the alpacas. And get this, we just had a baby zebra born here on the farm. It's about 2 weeks old and his name is Zeke. Fallon's been working with him a lot and it's been going really well. And the reason that he's not with his mom is his mom wasn't too friendly, and the stallion that's out in the pasture is not his dad. So in zebra world, that means that it would be worse than Jerry Springer out there. And we didn't want that to happen because we love all the animals and we want them to have a long, healthy life. So, bit of a backstory, because some people see like a 2-second little clip and they jump to conclusions, and I can understand jumping to conclusions, but they didn't have all the information. Flash, I gotta get a sip of a drink real quick. Guys, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I have to get a little Diet Coke. Where's everybody watching from, by the way? I've only seen a couple people shout out for, what, New York and Indiana? It's got to be more people than that. New York City, there we go. How are we doing? New York City would move fast. That's good. You got to keep with it. If you move slow in New York City, you get moved over, right? Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Illinois. We have a Michiganer here. I don't know if he's from the Upper Peninsula, but he's a pretty cool guy, can fix a lot of stuff. His name's Chris. Are we open all year long? We are, but here's the deal. If you want to do it on the weekends, I would make a reservation because it fills up fast. Denver, Amber Ann, please go snowboarding at A Basin for me. I miss it. Oklahoma, you said zebra. I say zebra, and we have 3 zebras. We have Zeke, Marty, and Jaja. Jaja is the mom of Zeke. Marty is not the dad of Zeke. That's the reason that Zeke is not out in the pasture. Florida, Ventura, California. Beautiful area. All of California's area is beautiful. I like the variety too. Start down on the coast, work your way up to the mountains. San Antonio, Texas. Where are we located? We're in Benton, Tennessee. Halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. Name of the farm is Ocoee Riverside Farm. This is Chloe I'm holding. This is Flash. My name's Kevin. You can go to our website, OcoeeRiversideFarm.com, and make your reservation there. Montreal, Quebec. That was my horrible accent. Please don't judge me. Kentucky. Right up the road, neighbor. Boston, Massachusetts. If you come to visit, please bring us some lobster and an accent. No, I'm just kidding. I look like them. What? Are you serious? I don't think I look like a sloth. Maybe I do. I don't know. Hell's Basement. I don't know what that means. That sounds really like an interesting place. I hope it's okay there. Hope you have AC. Oh, that's a compliment. Okay, that's good. All right. Well, I wasn't sure. Let's see. You're watching from Gran Carinas Island. That's YouTube, I think. And I do not know where Gran Carinas Island is. So if you know where that is, let me know. Flash has went to town. Flash has eaten it all. You search Google, and there's one in Benton, Tennessee. Yep, that's us. Ocoee Riverside Farm in Benton, Tennessee. There should be a link in our bio. Or you can just go to our website, OcoeeRiversideFarm.com, and you can come cuddle with sloths. And, so get this, that room right behind Flash, that's 2 stories and goes all the way up. So if you're upstairs in what's called the Sloth Suite, you get Flash, that's this guy right here above me, as a roommate all the time. So the reason I like the Sloth Suite, 3 things. First, there's 3 master suites, so everybody's got their own area. 2 of them have hanging beds, and get this, there's a jacuzzi. In the jacuzzi, you can look out over the farm. It's beautiful. And there is hidden bunk rooms. A sloth hotel, I think you would call that a slostel. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a slostel. So, but the 2 hidden bunk rooms, get this. They are set up just like in Chronicles of Narnia, for real. So you open up the wardrobe, and that's how you get in there to them. It's really, really cool. Once you're inside that area, you can look down in the portals and see baby kangaroos, for real, baby kangaroos, and those baby kangaroos you can sign up to bottle feed. And then in the other room, you can see baby camels, and those bunk rooms are connected with another secret tunnel that has a fish tank in it. Super cool. Let's see here. Did I miss any questions? Somebody must have had one while I was blabbering around. So Gran Canaria is a Spanish-owned island off the west coast of Africa. I didn't know that. That sounds like a beautiful place. I bet the scuba diving is beautiful. I scuba dived, one of those words, in Guam a lot, and I loved it. So Gran Canaria off of Africa. That sounds really cool. I wonder if you're using Starlink. That's what we're using here. Do they eat upside down? Yes, sloths do eat upside down. Here's the thing about sloths, is that their esophagus goes down and around before it loops back in, and it has a check valve. So sloths, they really don't fart, burp, anything like that. Nor do they really stink. And, get this guys, sloths only use the bathroom every 7 to 10 days. Can you see some more animals? Are you tired of sloths? Yeah, I hear you. Let me put the sloths down and clean up some stuff. Guys, I'm just putting away some of the food that I chopped up for the animals, and then we will go check out some more animals. How goes it? A new piano? Yeah. Oh, he does. You're right. Alright guys, this is Prince Ali. We are hanging out, just doing a couple more things here in the barn. But I noticed there were a bunch of people that still wanted to see some more animals. So this is Prince Ali. We might go down here and check on it. How's Zeke doing? Is he not cuckoo from a million people?
No, he's been doing really good with noise and all that stuff. Come on, baby. Hi, Ziggy. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi. You guys stay inside.
A picture from right here is fine, or no?
This is his free time, so he's coming out to play, not the interactions.
Go turn off the motion, please. Maybe I said quiet and phone so they don't sleep. Oh, these gorgeous. Did you like it? Right. Right on the inside.
Hey Jerome, they are not considered horses. They are in the equine family, but not horses.
No, sorry, hon. This is Zeke. He is, let's see, he was born October 11th. What is the date today? 30th. Help me with the math there, Kevin.
19, right?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. 19 days old? Man, time flies.
Because he was born on like Saturday or Sunday anyway, right?
Yeah, whatever day the 11th was, it was that morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's right.
It was like, the 11th was Saturday. Yes, Saturday morning.
Hey Kara, the mom is right outside and she is doing fine. Fallon, do you want to explain on that again?
Yeah, so Zeke here, like we were just trying to figure out the math, is 19 days old. And Zeke, our goal with Zeke is, number one, he is going to, zebras live a very long time. And in captivity, zebras can live 50 years, which is double the lifespan of a horse. And zebra in the wild is going to live about 25 years, which is about the standard age of a horse in captivity. So, because zebras live so long, it's really important that Zeke here is handleable, and so that way he can have a long, healthy life. Because at some point he will need vet care, hoof care, vaccines, and routine care from people as well. So our goal with Zeke is to make sure that he is handleable, which is why we are working with him right now, because 50 years is a long time to go without any medical care. And you have to be able to handle an animal in order to give them proper care. So that is our goal here with Mr. Zeke. Come on, baby boy. Yeah. Hi, honey.
I feel like he should be in Spirit Club, you know, because he's just like, hey, all the time.
Hi, baby boy.
Jazz feet.
Jazz feet. You got jazz feet? Show me your little jazz feet. Good boy. So we're getting Zeke used to being handled and rubbed on, just like this. He didn't be able to touch his face. Rubbing all over his little booty. So this, all of this takes a lot of time because we have to start this
Somebody
He's got
said,
he's got his pajamas on. You might see his little blanket. So it's getting cooler here in Benton, Tennessee. I think today the high is maybe going to be 50 something. It was a very chilly low 40s last night. Tonight's going to be down to 36. So Zeke has his winter little blanket on, and so that's why he's wearing his little dinosaur pajamas.
somebody said, when will he interact with his mom?
So when he is probably a few months old, probably maybe around 4 to 5 months old, through a fence, mom is very, I don't want to say the word wild because she's not wild, but she is untamed. And we cannot handle her at all. So for the safety of Zeke, is we are keeping them separate because she could potentially harm Zeke. Okay? So they can interact through a fence.
Somebody said, is that a jacket or just his pajamas?
Oh, it's his little pajamas. So I sewed pajamas because you can't really go to the store and buy zebra pajamas. So I custom made Zeke's pajamas that he's currently wearing. I was trying to look for, like, I don't know what kind of print I was hoping for when I went to the fabric store, but I settled on dinosaurs for some reason. I guess because Zeke is a boy, so I was thinking like little boys wear dinosaur pajamas, so I thought that was kind of fitting. And then also Zeke's halter is lime green, and the blue ropes are lime green, so we have the green in there. So it was all a little matchy-matchy. And it was either that, dinosaurs, or cow print, which I thought would also be kind of cute. Cow print, please.
Somebody wanted to know about missing out on the early part of bonding.
So Zeke was with his mom for the first 4 days and got under veterinary advice and other zebra breeding, or a zebra breeder that we are friends with. So under 2 professionals' advice, we followed their direction and kept Zeke with his mom up till 4 days. Okay, so actually the vet said up until 2 days. We kept him up until 4 with his mom, so that way that he could have that initial bonding and colostrum for mom, which is very important when he first starts nursing. And so we did take those steps under 2 different professionals' advice. Ah, Zeke boy. And he's doing so good. We had, Zeke had an encounter yesterday with a guest, and he did very, very good. One of the things that is important is that other people are interacting with Zeke and not just myself or our staff, because we want him to be socialized with other people and not just the people that he's always familiar with. And so that's a part of it. You know, like when a vet comes to take care of Zeke, he's not going to know a vet as well as his handlers. So it's important that other people, and when I say handling, being able to approach Zeke, being able to pet him, touch him, pick up his feet, things like that, that it's not always just me or staff. So Zeke had an encounter yesterday with one of our guests and did wonderful. And
Somebody wants to know, how does he nurse? And the loud noise in the background is a camel. But go ahead with that on.
yeah, so what was the first part of the
How does he nurse?
So right now we have Zeke on a bottle, and so he's being hand-fed. I do all of his bottle feedings every 4 hours, and that is through the night. So I am getting up at midnight, 4 a.m., and then I'm back at the farm at 8 a.m. Also, there's a 9 p.m. feeding in there somewhere. So I am coming to the farm 4 times throughout the night after hours, after everybody else is gone, to make sure that Zeke has his formula and his bottle. And at about 3 weeks old, we're going to be transitioning him to staying on formula, of course, because he still needs that, but he's going to be started on a bucket. And so that process is also, again, recommended by professional breeders of zebras and veterinary, that to getting him off of a bottle, but still on formula, is they recommend that zebras specifically, not horses, but zebras specifically start drinking their formula from a bucket versus a bottle at around 3 weeks. Ah, baby boy. And So also the loud noise in the background, yeah, we have a camel in the background, we also have birds, which is all excellent for Zeke to be hearing and getting used to all of this noise and getting accustomed to and desensitized to all these loud noises, because again, a farm is busy and we don't want a perfectly quiet space for our animals all the time, because they need to be able to get used to all these different sounds that they're going to be hearing on a regular daily basis, and comfortable with that. Ah, baby boy.
Somebody said our zebra's mean as HE double hockey stick.
They can be. They sure can be. I also know a lot of cats. They're just incredibly mean as well. I know some dogs that are very, very mean that I don't want to interact with. And our goal with handling Zeke is that we don't have a mean animal, which is why we're handling him now at this young age, so that he gets used to petting and touching and being handled, so that way anybody will be able to approach him. He'll be able to get medical treatment from our large animal vet that comes to our farm regularly, and he'll be able to treat Zeke as needed. And these are all very important steps in order to have a long, healthy life with a zebra, because they can live up to 50 years in captivity. That's a long time that we need to be able to make sure that Zeke can stay healthy.
Did we steal this zebra from Africa?
We did not. So his species is native to Africa. So if we want to pan over to this bird right here in this cage, his name is Shogun. His species is native from Indonesia. He did not come from Indonesia. That's just where his long-lost family relatives came from, okay? Shogun was hatched in captivity, same as Zeke was already here. His mom was already here in the U.S. I can't think of actually zebras that are being imported, and I think that's very, very highly regulated, if at all even possible. There are a lot of zebras in captivity in the U.S., and there are breeding programs here in the U.S. So Zeke was born right here on our farm, which we're very proud of. He's very healthy, and he's gaining weight, and he's doing wonderful. You can see he's walking around. He's not stressed. He's licking his lips right now as he's walking around, and he's been doing very well about being socialized and getting used to all these different sounds and people coming through, which is wonderful for his mental development and his personality and demeanor as he gets older, to be used to all of these different things.
We have some new and some old listeners here, and some people want to know, was the mama just wild, and where is the mama, and is why we got separated from the mama is that she's wild.
So mom is just right in the pasture, right behind the barn here. We are in our exotic barn right now. It's hard to see this overall building, but this is a beautiful barn that has recently been built specifically just for our exotic animals. And mom is just in the pasture right back here behind where I'm standing. And under veterinary recommendation and professional recommendation, we had Zeke with mom for the first 4 days, so that way he could receive colostrum from her. And zebras live a very, very long time in captivity, up to 50 years. And so it's important that babies like Zeke are able to be handled, because as he gets older, he's going to at some point need veterinary care, hoof care, medical treatment, things like that all animals will likely need in their lifetime. And we need to make sure that we can do that with Zeke. And if you don't start handling and working with zebra babies at a very young age like this, you're not going to be able to do that as an adult. So that's one of the steps that we took, is that we are working with Zeke here at a very young age, so that way he has a very wonderful, long, healthy life with us. Ah, baby.
Awesome, thank you.
See, it's hard to kind of see right now, but he's over there, he's licking his lips, and that's right, you can see it right there, he's licking his lips and sniffing around. These are all really wonderful signs that Zeke is very relaxed and calm, and anytime horses kind of lick their lips, they are comfortable in their situation, they are not stressed during that time at all. And so these are all very good physical cues that Zeke is giving us, that this is a healthy environment right now, that he's not under any distress working with us at all. Hi, baby boy. Hi, honey. He'll come right up to you just like he is with me. I'm letting him come to to me as he wants to. But he is doing really well with being handled as well. So I can walk right up to him and I can turn him around so he can see you guys. Well, he can't really see you, you can see him. But I can rub all over him and his neck and his face like this. This is all wonderful because at some point a veterinarian is going to need to be able to do all of these things. And doing this as a young baby is very important. So as he gets older, we can work with him as an adult as well. Hi, baby boy. Hi, baby boy. You're doing so good.
All right, I'm